They are final in the A in this series. All but final. Boston takes a 3-1 series lead, 129-121 your final here in Game 4. Just a full effort here from Tatum, Brown, and everybody else. 6 players with 13-plus points here for the Celtics. Tatum and Brown, 31 apiece. This is the first time in their young and storied careers where Tatum and Brown go for 30-plus in the same playoff game. They've done it plenty in the regular season. Tatum and Brown leading the way. 22-1 are the Boston Celtics when that dynamic duo each goes for 30-plus. For more, we say hello to the coach, NBA analyst Avery Johnson. Coach, another comprehensive effort here by the Boston Celtics, who, as we were talking a little bit off air, do look like the most complete team in the NBA right now, maybe most importantly, the most healthy. We'll get to it all here, but initial reaction here to Game 4 and the effort they put forth here on the road.
Well, Boston was sensational tonight, especially their defensive effort. You look at Tatum, Brown, defensively, independent of Trae Young's, Dejounte Murray's, their stats, their stats really doesn't do justice to the amount of defense that the Boston Celtics played on the Atlanta Hawks tonight. They were really a balanced team. They were a focused team, and that was the real key for them tonight against the Atlanta Hawks.
Coach, I want you to go a little deeper there for me, because looking at the box score, and you mentioned it, taking a look at just the stats, it could tell the story of a Boston team that's given up a lot on that end of the court. 130 in the loss, 121 here in this victory. Giving up those types of point totals, what are you looking for defensively out of them that you're liking, that you're seeing in these efforts?
Well, what I love about Boston was the way they attacked in transition. If you can continue attacking transition, when you look at Atlanta, if they can't score any transition points, they're going to be in trouble. So if you can attack in transition and look at the points in the paint, points in the paint, attack in transition. Obviously, they were competitive from the three-point line, but when you score, shoot 50% from three, 40% from the three-point line, and 80+% from the free throw line, that's almost a 180 approach. So this was a team that was locked in, focused. They're the better team. Obviously, I picked this team to sweep Atlanta in the first round. Atlanta was able to get one victory, but they're just too strong, top to bottom. Experience, defending the Eastern Conference champion. You look at Atlanta, they're coming out of a play-in game. So again, when you look at Boston, very focused effort. Robert Williams was critical inside, especially receiving some of those short passes and finishing in the paint.
Yeah, it's that championship makeup. I mean, you got top-tier scorers. You got guys like Williams getting it done inside, role players playing their position as well. You mentioned the word experience. Tatum and Brown here already have that experience despite being young in this game. Does this feel like the moment for them? I don't want to get months out ahead of us. There's a lot of basketball to be played, but they now have experience on their side, and then you see both of them go for 31 in a game like this. It's sort of flexing those experience muscles in a moment like this.
Well, it could be the moment for them, but unfortunately, when you look at the Boston Celtics, let's wait and see until they get past Atlanta, and then we know the Philadelphia 76ers is lurking. They're waiting. They're resting. And then we'll see what happens, because I have the Milwaukee Bucks, in the Eastern Conference Finals, independent of what's happening with them with the Miami Heat. So let's wait. But at the same time, this team with the Boston Celtics, they've been there. They had a coaching change, and you got a very young, inexperienced head coach that's proven that he can handle the job. But when you got Jason Tatum and you have a guy like Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Williams, those guys, their bench has significantly improved. Man, this team can be a very dangerous team.
They are surely rising to the occasion here in the first round against Atlanta. Convincing win here in Game 4. Coach, one more for you, because yes, Philly is out in front of them, and that's inevitably where we will go. I'm sure some people in Boston's building already doing a bit of an advanced scout on a team that they know well. We're not going to do that just yet, but talk to me about the importance of getting this thing done on Tuesday. You save yourself 2 flights back to Atlanta. You try and speed up that clock on Joel Embiid a little bit, who's resting right now, as are the entirety of the Philadelphia 76ers. Importance of getting it done on Tuesday. How big is that?
Well, this is important for the head coach, Mazzulla, because when you're a young coach, you can use a couple of extra days to prepare. So let's get it over with. Let's figure out where we are, really break down Philly, offense, defense. I'm calling it special teams. That's a football term, but I'm looking at situations. So when you're looking at Joe Mazzulla, young coach, he lost Damon Stoudemire to the Georgia Tech in the ACC. So that was one of his top assistants. So in this situation, gives him more time to prepare. And when you're trying to prepare for a team led by Joel Embiid, I know he's injured right now. He'll be back for the first game in the second round. Those guys with, James Harden playing at a high level, Tyrese Maxey, DeAnthony Milton, man, they can be a real problem. And this is all or nothing for the Doc Rivers-led Philadelphia 76ers. So it gives Mazzulla more time to prepare.
We got a fun few weeks ahead of us, but the Celtics surely look like a team with all three phases in order at this juncture, Coach. We appreciate you as always.
Thanks, Joe.
All right, Jason Tatum with 31 points here adds another to a already unbelievable resume. That resume is missing a couple of notes, trying to get back to the place they were a year ago and find a different result. But as for 30-plus point performances, now 16 to the name of Tatum, ties him with the truth, Paul Pierce. And you're behind some legends there, but there's plenty of playoff hoop to be played in this season alone. Jason Tatum leading the way here on Sunday night.